Hello world, welcome to Greenhouse CI, a continuous integration service for mobile applications. Let's take a few moments to see how Greenhouse takes away the pain of configuring, building, testing, and distributing your mobile projects. You can sign up for Greenhouse with good old email and password, but to make the most of your experience, we recommend authenticating with GitHub or Bitbucket. In a little while, you'll see what benefits this yields right from the get-go. When you first sign up, we'll start you off with a 2-week trial of our small business plan. At the same time, we'll set up your personal account, which will remain free even after the trial ends. You can switch from your trial or paid account to your personal one at any time. Our premium users workflow is based on Teams, so let's create one for our new account. Once sign-up is complete, you'll be taken to the page listing your projects. Naturally, it'll look pretty empty to start, so let's add a project. Click on the big green plus sign, then point Greenhouse at the remote repository hosting your code. For this demo, we'll use the open source Google Authenticator project, which we forked to demonstrate some neat Greenhouse features. If your repository is private, you'll need to enter your credentials to authorize access. As soon as Greenhouse can clone your repo, it'll scan it for any mobile projects it contains. We will automatically detect whether your application is native or hybrid, what framework it uses, and what mobile platform or platforms it's made for. Once the scan is finished, you'll be presented with options for building your application. This will vary depending on which mobile platform or platforms your app targets. For this Android app, all we need to do is select a build configuration. Greenhouse also supports native iOS apps, as well as hybrid apps built with Cordova and Ionic frameworks. With the settings in place, we are ready to click Save and kick off our first build. Every Greenhouse build runs in a clean and secure isolated environment that is created just before the build starts and destroyed after the run is finished. While the build is running, you can monitor its progress in the output log. If you do so, you'll see that Greenhouse has intelligently installed your app's dependencies and chosen to run the same build commands you'd use to build your app locally. Once the build step is successfully finished, Greenhouse will run any tests that it found while scanning your application. UI tests will be performed in the appropriate simulator or emulator for your app's mobile platform. At the end, the results of the build will be summarized in the overview screen, including detailed information about success or failure of all tests. You can always return to your build's log to see the step-by-step output of the build process. Thanks to the fact that we signed up with Bitbucket, Greenhouse will communicate the build status to your remote repository. When you visit the repo, you'll see that the build's commit is marked as in progress while the build is running, and with the build status, success, or failure after it's done. Another great benefit of Bitbucket integration is that Greenhouse will now automatically build our app every time we push new code to the repo or create a pull request. Our GitHub integration offers the same functionality to GitHub users. Another useful integration is between Greenhouse and Slack. Once you set it up, you can configure Greenhouse to send build status notifications to a Slack channel of your choice. You can also opt to receive notifications in HipChat, via email, or through custom webhooks. Notifying your team members about a successful build is good, but sharing the new version of your app with them is even better. Greenhouse can automatically distribute the latest build via email, Slack, and HipChat. And if you use a third-party platform for distribution, we've got you covered too, with easy publishing to Crashlytics, Hockey App, and TestFairy. For this demo build, we just let Greenhouse handle everything for us. Most of our users don't need anything more than that, and are happy to let Greenhouse work its magic. If you are a power user though, don't think that this will keep you from fine-tuning and tweaking. Greenhouse lets you customize your build environment, exports a number of useful variables you can take advantage of, and allows you to upload custom scripts that will run at specific points in your build process. This wraps up our short tour of Greenhouse CI. We hope it piqued your interest in our service and gave you a good demonstration of how it can instantly improve your mobile app development process. If you'd like to experience the Greenhouse magic firsthand, sign up for our free 14-day trial.